Dear students, in my previous presentation, I have explained about ARPANET, voice reference model, TCP/IP reference model, and protocols. In this presentation, today we are going to talk about transmission medium. I am Ravikumar KR, lecturer in computer science, JSI College, Mysore. Let us talk about transmission medium. What is transmission medium? All of you know that at this stage, computer network is nothing but connecting two or more computers together. How we are going to connect two computers? With the help of cables. Here, the cable that connects two or more computers for communication is called as transmission medium. This transmission medium is divided into following categories. Mainly, there are two types of medium. One is guided medium and another one is unguided medium. Under guided medium, we have twisted pair cable, coaxial cable, and optical fiber cable. This guided medium is nothing but a physical connection between two different computers with the help of cable. Unguided medium is nothing but a wireless communication. And here, two systems or two devices or two computers are communicating or transmit and receive information or send and receive information with the help of wireless technology. They are radio wave technology, microwaves, satellites, infrared waves, and laser technology. Next one is twisted pair cable. Twisted, twisted pair cable is used for voice transmission as well as data transmission. Suppose if you use it for voice communication, it is called as PGM or voice grade medium. If it is used for data transmission, it is called as DGM, data grade medium. These these twisted pair cables comes in pairs and these pairs of wires are twisted around each other. That is why it is called as twisted pair cable. These twisted pair cables are very flexible and easily connected and very easy to install and maintain. And the drawback of this twisted pair cable is that it's only it supports 1 Mbps to 10 Mbps data rate. Now look at the diagram below. Twisted pair cables. Now you can see here two wires or a pair of cables are twisted around each other, and over it we have shield and again another shield here and outer jacket here. So it is called as twisted pair cable. Twisted pair cables. Under this, we have two types of cables. One is UTP, that is unshielded twisted pair cable, and second one is STP, shielded twisted pair cable. Under UTP, we have five categories. They are CAT1, CAT2, CAT3, CAT4, and CAT5 cables. Cat1 category is used for voice communication only, and others Cat2, Cat3, Cat4, and Cat5. All these cables are used for data transmission, and they are varying in their data transmission rate. Next, STP or shielded twisted pair cable. And what is the advantage of this? It has one more extra shield over pairs of cable. That is the only advantage of this. And here, with the help of this, it protects data or communication from interference, means disturbance on crosstalk. Now just look at the diagram and we can make out the difference between shielded twisted pair and unshielded twisted pair cable. If you look at the STP here, see this is a pair of cable and over this we have one more shield here. Now this one here you can make out this. Here you can make out a shield over pair of cable, and under UTP unshielded twisted pair cable, this is a pair of cable and there is no separate shield over this pair of cable. So this is UTP cable. Another type of cable is coaxial cable. This is, you might have seen these cables used for undergrounding cables, and for underground cabling they are using it. It is a black color thick cable. Now look at the diagram there. This coaxial cable, it has a solid central core. It is a solid central core cable. At the center you have a solid core, so through which signals or data is transmitting to or over network. And this again is covered or insulated by a type of insulator here, dielectric insulators. Again, it is one more metallic sheet, sorry, and we have over it we have one more plastic jacket here. And this is coaxial cable is suitable for high-speed communication. And normally we are using this cable for TV and in cable TV connectivity. And there are two types of coaxial cables here. One is thick net and one is thin net. And difference between these two are only in terms of data transmission rate and to the maximum distance. Another type of cable is optical fiber cable. Optical fiber cable, you might have familiar with, you might have familiar with an orange cables running over entire city nowadays. That is nothing but OFC or optical fiber cable. Now just look at the diagram. This optical cable, it consists of a central core, solid core cable here, and this is made up of glass material. This is made up of glass material, and over it we have different sheets, coating, and this is strength member as well as outer jacket. This optical fiber, it works on the principle of optics, nothing but light. And here it has the source is at one end and detector is at the other end. This source can be LED, that is light emitting diode, or LD, laser diode. Data is modulated at sender end and demodulated at the receiver end. And what are the advantages of this optical fiber? No electrical and magnetic interference since the signal is in the form of light. So it a weather condition or some other any physical damage to this, it cannot uh, disturb or may not affect the communication over this OFC cable, and it is used for broadband transmission. And here, this is the communication with OFC is much more faster as compared to other cables. And what are the drawbacks of this? Drawbacks are that one is installation is very difficult and it is quite expensive and easily breakable because it is made up of glass material. Next, let us discuss about unguided medium, or as I told you already, it is nothing but wireless communication technology. So here in this technology, there is no direct connectivity between two network devices or two computers. And here communication takes place over network with the help of different technology. Under that, first one is radio wave technology. Radio wave is a electromagnetic radiation used in communication technology such as TV and mobile phones and radios. These devices receive radio waves and convert them into sound waves. These radio waves are generated by transmitters and received by receivers using antennas. And here there are two hardware devices. They are transmitter and as well as receiver. These transmitters encodes the data into sine wave, and receiver it decodes the message. Now you can see the diagram. The what is sine wave? These are nothing but signals. So this is nothing but a sine wave. And here we talk about frequency. The unit of data transmission is with respect to frequency. What's the advantage of this? Advantage of this is mobility because it is a wireless connectivity. So there is no direct physical connection between two devices. So it is how it offers mobility and it is cheaper. And in all wireless technologies, there is no underground laying cables and there is no question of digging the ground and putting the cables, and because and also it is free from acquiring lands for underground cabling. What is the drawback of this? Drawback of this is insecure communication because these radio waves are easily damaged by rain, thunder, storm, and of different weather conditions. Another type of technology is satellite communication technology. Communication satellite is an artificial satellite that relays and amplifies radio telecommunication signals via transponder. It creates a communication channel between a source transmitter and a receiver at different locations on the earth. What are the applications of this satellite communication? We can see these applications in telephone communications, navigations, and business, weather, as well as for safety purpose. And here, this Transmitting signals from our station to the satellite is called as uplink, and receiving signals from satellite is called as downlink. These satellites receive the signals, amplify them, and send to the Earth station. And what are the advantages of this? It covers a large area. That's the one thing. And second thing is it doesn't require any underground laying cables. And what are the drawback of this? This installation is very difficult and very expensive due to high investment. Another type of technology is IR or infrared transmission. This is similar to visible light except that it has a longer frequency. It is also used to transmit data, voice, video over communication channel. And applications of this IR or infrared transmission we can find in medical science to study the human and animal body patterns and night vision cameras. And other examples are TV remote and cordless keyboard and cordless mouse and infrared touchscreen. These are the examples of this technology. This type of transmission uses infrared light to send the data, and it cannot penetrate to walls. Communication through short distance wireless signals. We are using it for only small short distance communication and used in laptops. Dear students, let me conclude this presentation. At this stage, I will come back to you with next concept in my next presentation. Thank you very much.